Hello and welcome to a new season of Nanyang Spectrum. I'm Teoman.
And I'm Cynthia. Here's what we have for you today. Halls of residence. Just how safe is your little home away from home? We'll give you the lowdown.
Next, swing your way through the semester with our parkour expert.
Also, we bring you an exclusive interview with the cast and crew of the musical Spring Awakening.
Well, recently I've been hearing a lot of stories of hall residents getting their stuff stolen, so you might want to be a little more careful.
Oh, thanks for the tip. But I thought Singapore was a safe country, let alone NTU.
Well, I guess we should never take safety for granted. Let's take a look at what I found about theft on campus. NTU has 16 halls of residence that accommodate almost 9,000 students, making it the largest on-campus residence infrastructure in Singapore. Although these halls have many security measures in place, cases of theft have been reported.
I've had my sandals stolen in hall before. I placed it outside my door on the shoe rack outside the door, and the next morning it was gone.
Most of these halls are accessible by the public, making it easy for thieves to strike. Besides expensive items like mobile phones and laptops, clothes have also gone missing from the laundry and clotheslines.
Yeah, actually, there were some items stolen. My bra got stolen, and my towel as well. And yeah, I just went out one day and it was gone.
To prevent crimes from occurring, security guards patrol these 16 halls of residence at night. During the day, however, there is no security patrol. The newest halls of residence, Hall 3 and Hall 16, have tighter security measures. Residents in these halls enter with a security card. According to the Student Affairs Office, there are no plans to introduce such a system in other halls due to structural limitations.
I suppose it provides pretty good protection against people who want to commit petty theft. But on the other hand, right, it wouldn't really work during peak hours because anyone who wants to just follow someone else in can do it easily.
Over at another residence, at Hall 14, other security measures have been implemented. Security cameras monitor the walkways on every floor. Security gates also prevent non-residents from accessing the female dormitories. But theft has still been reported. Our reporters contacted campus security for an interview, but they declined our request. Nevertheless, most students feel the guards do a good job.
I feel that there's security here and everything, and whenever I leave my room I lock the door, so it's okay. And I see security guards around, they do walk around at night, so I feel pretty safe on campus.
Although many NTU students call the halls of residence their second home, are they really as safe as we think? This is Teoman Chelik reporting for Nanyang Spectrum.
So, Teoman, I heard you have quite the knack for writing poetry.
Of course, it's pretty simple in fact, me being a sensitive new age guy and all.
Very sensitive indeed. And this is not a judging place. This is a safe place.
Poetry, Cynthia, is a subjective art form. Anyway, if you're just like me, a master poet or author in the making, our next piece is just for you. Let's see what NTU is doing to help you write the right way.
Writer's block. Dirty words that strike fear at the core of every writer. But those days may be over for Miss Grace Chia. The current resident writer at NTU's English division has a new working environment to thank for that.
By getting exposed to different students with different thoughts, different influences, it has sort of broadened my mindset. They are giving me new material to think about and to work on.
The award-winning poet and short fiction writer is the program's very first participant. Established in collaboration with the National Arts Council, this prestigious residency is now in its second year.
You don't press a button and produce 5 writers within 2 years. It doesn't work like that. It's a very slow process. The more young people who have access to support, number one, plus the very established writers who we're going to have here over the next few years, for them to sit and tell a 19-year-old that, I believe in what you're doing is hugely important.
The program is designed not only to nurture local talent, but to assist budding writers in NTU. It aims to bring in the best talent that the creative writing community has to offer.
Being with like-minded people such as writers or would-be published writers means that there is a camaraderie going on, a community of sorts.
Often people have aspirations to write. A problem comes up somewhere along the way, they perhaps can't even put the problem into words and the work dies somehow. When you have a practitioner right there who's able to talk it through with you, then you can take it to the next level. You can actually have a chance of turning it into a complete piece of work.
As part of their research stint, resident writers are required to clock in more than 40 hours of class time each semester. This provides ample time for interaction with their students.
Because she's a published writer, quite a well-known one actually, among local circles. I feel there's a certain amount of credibility that she has because, this is not just some aspiring writer, she's actually a published writer.
It's like a mentor. It's nice to have someone to look up to who has been established, that kind of thing, yeah.
If there's one thing for sure, is that NTU is certainly taking a step in the right direction. This is Andre He reporting for Nanyang Spectrum.
Hey, have you ever tried bouncing the fishball and fishball noodles? I heard the bouncier the ball, the tastier they are.
Whoa, I've never heard of that before. So have you tried it?
Not really, but in today's Mockin' Out, our reporters are going to experiment with the fish balls and the meatballs at NTU. Let's take a look.
Craving fishball or meatball noodles but wondering if the stalls on campus are any good? No worries. In today's Makan Out, we will answer your query. Our reporter visits 2 stalls in NTU for a food experiment. I'll be rating these fishball and meatball noodles based on 5 criteria: the price, the presentation, the taste, the food amount, and something special. This is from Canteen 2. This bowl costs $2.50. The number of meatballs is reasonable, but the soup looks a little oily. The meatball is rough, but it isn't too hard to bite. The soup is just nice. It isn't too bland or salty. This is from Canteen A, and this costs $2.30, 20 cents cheaper than Canteen 2's meatball noodles. The serving size looks the same as the previous bowl, same amount of noodles and same number of fish balls, but the fish balls are smaller in size. The noodles are dry, but I cannot really taste the sauce because it isn't really mixed very well. But for the fish ball, although it is small, but it doesn't have the fishy taste. So in general, the fish ball noodles is good, but it really depends on personal preference. Well, for the final criteria, I'll be comparing the bounciness of this fishball and meatball. The meatball bounces much further away from the fishball. So in conclusion, the meatball is actually bouncier. This is Liu Mei reporting for Spectrum.
Since the beginning of man, we have always been fascinated with movement.
From the wheel to the wing, we create new technology to help us move in better ways.
But one group has returned to the roots, or should I say, the legs, in this mission to move.
That's right. Our reporter checks out this sport with a hop, skip, and a jump.
Do you enjoy the daredevil stunts of Jackie Chan? Or are you mesmerized by the agility and fluidity of Tony Jaa's movements? Do you want to move just like them? Or like him?
Parkour is actually the art of movement that came from France. So it's about getting from one point to the other in the fastest and most efficient way possible.
Shane discovered his passion for parkour at the age of 9. Last year, he set up Adam 2.0, the first parkour school in Singapore.
Adam 2.0 is actually a parkour and freerunning agency in Singapore, what we're trying to do is bring structure into this entire thing. Basically, we're just trying to, serve as facilitators, as guardians, as a, beacon for people to come and learn parkour.
So, Shiying has sportingly agreed to teach us some moves. Shiying, I'm an absolute beginner. What do you suggest I learn first?
I think as an absolute beginner, you gotta learn how to land safely. So, in parkour, we have two techniques for landing safely. One is known as the 2-point drop. So, first thing, you want to keep your back straight. Okay, chest up, and then tucking your stomach, but bringing your back. Alright? And then you want to bend your body. Okay, put your hands out. And then finally, you drop on the balls of the foot. So that's how you drop. Finally, we'll move on to the 4-point drop. It's the same technique, it's just that this time you utilize your hand in order to prevent your body from falling.
Wow, this is harder than it seems. If you are interested in picking up this awesome sport, don't forget to check out Adam 2.0's website for more information. This is Wee Zhiyuan, Nanyang Spectrum.